EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 39, Jones. Forced out to his left. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 12 yards there and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brought down at the 20.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He'll go underneath here to Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 52 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Giants.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Got a man, Slayton. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off-play action. Jones. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Now Jones steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jones. Back of the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing, Jones. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is out quickly to the right, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
Is good.
Gano the extra point, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Dancing to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now it's Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
By Leonard Williams.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move him off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Saquon Barkley.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Brought him down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's complete to Slayton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A first down carry for Barkley. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And it'll move the chains.
First down, New York.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
By the wide receiver.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
The 46-yard line.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 34-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Breida. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Strip that ball. Check 48's the mark. Check 48's the mark. Bring it. Set. Go.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 32 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jones got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Giants first down.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones hit and the ball's out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones escaping the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.